Alrighty, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez. I'm here with another Starcraft 2 Okay, I'm completely mistaken there. I was gonna do my usual intro, but it's not a Starcraft 2 1 versus 1 replay. It's actually gonna be a Starcraft 2 versus 2 replay. I don't think I maybe have cast one of these ages ago, but this is my first one in a long time. So the map's gonna be Emerald City. If we look at the teams here, it's going to be a Terran and a Protoss versus a Zerg and a Protoss. I'll just quickly bounce between the players. We've got Solar and Stats on one team. So Infinity Gaming Solar, Splice Stats, and they're taking on Patience and ByuN. So it's going to be an interesting match here. I have honestly no idea who, I don't even know where this game's from, whether it was just a game they played for fun. I looked at the team leagues and stuff and there's nothing there, so I mean, for all I can tell, it's just a one-off random replay between all these guys. So we're gonna see how it's gonna work out, how these guys are gonna play it out. I mean, the strategy, you guys know my observing, it's not perfect. So in a normal 1v1 I do miss things. I'll try and catch everything in 2v2. I mean, Solar is expanding as the Zerg player, but sometimes there's just wonky 2v2 strats in this game, but we'll see. Patience actually going for a pylon in the base of Stats, which is something interesting to note. Yeah, I actually took a gas block too. Look at this. Oh my god, Patience. Look at this play though. He just gas blocked Stats and then built a pylon so he couldn't mine gas normally. Look at how far these probes have to go around in order to mine the gas. Oh my god, that's actually a thing on this map. Look at this. Zealot has to come out for Stats in order to take care of that. So Stats not really having any gas. I mean, that's the sort of wonky 2v2 stuff you're gonna see. Meanwhile, a probe getting shooed away by ByuN is going into Marines, getting up extra barracks. So, I mean, it looks like ByuN may be going for some form of a 2-on-1 with the second barracks on the way, with this CC getting up. So, very, very standard stuff from some of these guys. I imagine it could get a little bit crazy in a bit. Patience started things off a little bit cheesy. I mean, shutting down the gas of Stats. I think he may have forced Stats to expand, whether he was planning on it or not. It's just like, well, I don't have gas, so I may as well spend my minerals on taking that Nexus. So these two guys both expanding. Meanwhile, Patience currently just staying on one base for now, getting up a Twilight Council, getting out a Stalker. Meanwhile, Stats on his side of the map is just getting up his Cybercore, getting up his extra Nexus. So it's going to be more aggression focused from Patience and ByuN. I'm just going to refer to them by their names. I don't have team names or anything like that. PT versus SS, I guess, could be what they're called. But yeah, a lot of gates going up for Patience here. Meanwhile, ByuN, he's going to be starting Stim from the looks of it. Just building up that count, eventually going to be getting Stim. So it's going to be a whack load of gateway units and Stim Marines hitting Solar and Stats. And I mean, defenses in 2v2 can be kind of rough if you guys have ever played it. Because I mean, it's like you're getting hit twice as hard. And if there's any room, or if there's any flaws in your play, it will get exploited twice as much. Now, it looks like Solar did lose an Overlord. Meanwhile, Patience coming in with an Adept, getting a bit of a scout off. Adept will shade on somewhere. Where'd that Adept go? Into the main base. Gonna pick off a worker for Stats. Get the scout off on the Stargate, which is nice. Now, Patience, seeing that, can let his opponent know that, or can let his teammate know eventually he'll need some anti-air. So ByuN's got to be careful about that Oracle that's coming out. But, I mean, if we look at it, Patience and ByuN really are planning on going for a big attack right now. It's literally a 4-gate from Patience. This is a blast from the past. Ling gonna be getting on in here for Solar, though. He's gonna see exactly what's coming. Gonna see that it is a 2-1-1. See that it's a 2-1-1 and a 4-gate. Meanwhile, Pylon getting up for Patience, so he's gonna be able to start warping in units at his opponent's side of the map. Oracle's coming across. It won't see it, though. But, I mean, this is just such a wonky game, just Korean 2v2. I mean, Stats and Solar are taking this really seriously, though. They're getting ready for this attack. I mean, we're seeing more shield batteries get on up here. A lot of banelings for Solar as well. The question is, I mean, how's everything gonna, engage? Because if banelings hit all the Stalkers, that could be good for ByuN, as his Marines really are gonna pack a punch. The one Stalker shooing away that Oracle as well. But here comes the train. ByuN and Patience going for it. Gonna go try and kill Stats and Solar. I mean, Solar has a lot of lings, and the Stasis Ward is gonna be a big deal here. If Patience gets his Stalkers caught, that could be really problematic for him. Pylon does get found, but actually these Stalkers are going to get found too. So that's pretty bad for Patience, but I mean, he did get Blink, so yeah, just we'll see. He's going to have to blink these Stalkers away. Losing a few. ByuN comes in with his Marines, working away on a fair few of these Zerglings, though. So, I mean, Patience does have to be careful for the Stasis Ward. He's coming on in. A scan does see the Stasis Ward. Patience is going to pick that off with the Stalkers. These guys doing their best teamwork. Stalkers really are going to be the buffer here. But Patience and ByuN need to get some damage done. ByuN, I mean, can follow up his build, but Patience really is committing heavy to this. Now, there's just so much here for Solar and stats here. Solar's just produced so many units. I mean, he's only on 28 drones and 2 bases, but Patience and ByuN gonna keep trying to make this work. Patience has the Blink Stalkers, so he can micro them for days. He's gonna keep kiting these guys back, try and bait them into a fight. He does lose a Stalker or 2 here, but for now he's just microing. But with the shield batteries for stats, with all these Lings buffering, I'm not sure they're gonna be able to get anything done. ByuN just rallying across the map, though. Got his 1-1 on the way. And Patience, he must have lost a few probes or something to an Oracle. Actually, yeah, double Oracle for stats, so these guys really got to keep on pushing right now. Marines, they're sort of getting caught up on these Stalkers. They put out so much damage, so they're really going to help it. There's so much Zerg here for Solar. He's really just committed to making units right now. ByuN's forced back. Patience can blink with these Stalkers, but there is so many Lings right now. ByuN's going to try and consolidate. There's actually like a fairly nice little choke point here he can hold. So Solar can't just keep pushing for now, but with stats on the ground, I mean, it's a pretty scary army here. Patience going to keep trying to micro, but some of the Stalkers get lifted up. Phoenix for stats, getting Valiant. I mean, Patience Blink Stalkers haven't done too much, and Oracles are just ruining him back at home. He's just getting zapped and zapped and zapped, and he's down to 3 workers. Make that 2. He's got 1 more probe somewhere. That is natural, but he ain't going to be expanding anytime soon. So this game is looking pretty good for Solar and for stats. I mean, the Splice team, I guess. I mean, Solar is not on Splice anymore, but yeah, I mean, these guys were teammates, so they're synchronizing pretty well. Now, we'll take a look. Okay. ByuN marching across the map here. I mean, he's still got his bio, and where there's bio and micro, there's always a way, but it's going to be pretty tough for ByuN to overcome this deficit. Patience still has his army, but Blink Stalkers really lose efficiency in this game. So it's going to be 1-1 for ByuN. A lot of Widow Mines. I mean, if Solar takes a bad fight, it's not like he has centrifugal hooks, so his Banelings are going to be slow. He's going to have a ton of mines that can get set up, so ByuN just got to be careful with this. Phoenix do lift up some of the mines, but there's still a lot of Terran right now, and the Stalkers are going to be able to help buffer. So this is a pretty good engagement for Patience and ByuN. They're chasing Solar, and stats back. Immortal goes down, creep getting cleaned up, base denied. I mean, stats is expanding a little bit, so maybe these guys were a little bit too greedy right now. Patience just mining with 2 workers, but he's just losing them, so not much else is going on for him there. So these guys really do still need to make something happen. But look at this. Yeah, Solar just even killing things off with his Oracles now. Or stats, pardon me. So, I mean, time's just really going in the favor. ByuN's got a pretty good army supply. And I mean, we'll see. They're really going to try and push up this ramp. We'll see if they're going to be able to make it happen. Stats, it's tough for Protoss gateway units to fight versus bio in this situation. And all the Lings, I mean, they need to commit in order to get anything done. So ByuN and Patience just still poking away here. This look at this just blob of pink and red here. Ling's gonna maybe detonate a mine, not quite. But yeah, this is just ridiculous how these 2 guys are just trying to back up. I'm surprised my PC is able to handle this, but now look at this fight. Oh, looks like they're getting ready to engage. I mean, ByuN and Patience just continuously poking in. Okay, I mean, ByuN and Patience, yeah, looks like Solar's committing off creeps. Some of the mines do go off. ByuN's army has been thinned out a little bit now. Some good force fields going down, but there is still a mine or 2 in the fray. There goes 1, getting a pretty decent shot. More reinforcements coming in for ByuN right now. He's kiting back so well. The Banelings never have had speed, and it looks like that Solar and stats may have overcommitted now. ByuN able to counter push. I mean, there's still a lot of units on the high ground. ByuN focusing down a lot of the Baneling centrifugal hooks. just finished up, but there's not really any banelings left. I mean, he's just poking and poking. There's just so many medivacs keeping ByuN's army alive. More mines going off right now, and he's still able to keep on pushing right now. Stats and Solar trying to make this whole happen. Banelings, they got fantastic connections there. That might have been what their team needed. Patience still just working away with just his 6, 7 stalkers here. He's got to get out with those. Oh, I mean, Patience, you got nothing. You can't afford to lose your whole, like, 2 units here. So, I mean, it really is just ByuN at this point, basically, versus Solar and Stats. Stats got up his 3rd base. I mean, ByuN, though, back at home, he's on 2 bases, yeah, but he's committing. I mean, he's just got +2/2. And if we look at the upgrades, that's why his army is doing so well, because he's going to be heading into +3. And, oh, yeah, so his army is really good here, but whether he's going to be able to make anything happen, he's coming in with Liberators, but who knows, this one stasis ward that's been placed could just end it all for ByuN. Patience coming in with his stalkers may see this. I mean, he's got to be paying attention, right, with this, so, we'll see. I mean, Patience's Liberator's getting set up. Patience actually gets caught in the stasis trap there. He's now got 1 stalker he can control. But here comes ByuN. Once again, these high upgraded Marines taking an engagement. They deal a lot of damage to this Protoss army. There's now Liberators, Stalkers, and tanks there too. But, yeah, I mean, Solar's still not on a great economy. Only 36 workers. This fight has just been non-stop. And looking at this, ByuN just with his bio, it's just so strong. The army supply, I mean, yeah, his team's down overall, but it's just such strong bio here. And he's kiting back. Oh, eats a few Baneling connections. But still nothing too critical there. And I mean, this army, it looks like this team cannot hold on to Solar's 3rd base. Now, I mean, Guardian Shield working wonders for the Protoss army, really helping it stay alive here. But ByuN's eventually going to come into his 3-3. He's got tanks and Liberators with this push, so he's just pushing so hard. A counterattack from Solar's coming in. It's going to be absolutely massive as ByuN's actually floated over his main, so these guys now dealing pretty big blows to each other. Looks like, is ByuN going to be able to hold right now? Oracle's come on in for stats, so a double team there with the Lings and Oracles, and they will actually be able to clean this up. But on the other side of the map, it looks like the base does go down. So these guys just doing so much damage to each other. Oracles, though, oh, there's nothing to shoot them left. I mean, ByuN really needs to clean this up. If he's paying attention, these Oracles are weak, but he's so busy pushing right now. He's just trying to go for the kill because he may just have the army to do so. I mean, Stats is a pretty strong gateway army, but Bio generally wins in these situations. If we look at this, I mean, ByuN keeping his base alive. He's now pushing. Still, I'm trying to pay attention to both things that are going on. I mean, I think Patience still microing. Just look at this. He's got 5 stalkers. Okay, make that 4 stalkers. And he's got 1 probe. And I'm not sure if it's mining or not. Yes, his 1 probe is mining, but he's microing these stalkers to the best of his ability. But okay, here we go. Stats and Stats really just trying to break it. Not much Solar left, and he may have done it. I mean, his Adepts getting on top of this actually picks off 2 of the Medivacs there, so that's a massive portion of ByuN's army gone. And here comes Stats with the blink. I think he may just have been able to do it. I mean, Solar's economy is still not great, but Stats is on 3 bases here. He's the guy who's managed to consolidate. He's now doubling the army supply of ByuN. And while ByuN's got 3-3, I mean, it's going to be tough to make this hold happen because this Protoss army is going to be scary. There's a lot of Marines, and I mean, Marines are not terrible in this situation, but this is also a lot of Protoss here, so we'll see. Is Stats going to be able to break it? Adept Shade on in. Yeah, I think this is looking pretty rough for Patience and ByuN. ByuN trying to make the hold right now. Marines engaging, but it's just not going to be enough, I don't think. I think Stats and Solar have done it. They survived the onslaught. And just, oh yeah, look at this. GG gets called. ByuN taps out Patience with the GG. And Solar and Stats managed to take it. That was such a crazy game. I was wondering, oh, should I cast this 2v2 or not? And I am so glad I did. I wish we would get more Korean Starcraft 2, but that was a fantastic, or Starcraft 2 2v2s. Yeah, that was a fantastic game. Now, if you guys enjoyed that, feel free to leave a like. Feel free to subscribe. I'm like literally 2 subs away from 1,000 subs as I record this, but if you do enjoy the content, feel free to leave a like. I'm always going to be putting up more, and this will be my final plug for this event tomorrow night. Friday, it's going to be, let me actually get the date here. It's going to be Friday the 19th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So good for NA viewers. I'm going to be doing a tournament on my Twitch channel. I'll include the link to that in the description. So 2 best-of-7 show matches. That'll be exciting to watch, exciting to cast, and of course the VODs will eventually be on here. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.